If you are over 60 and you've noticed that your legs feel heavy, your feet feel cold, numb, tingly, or tired, or you struggle with swelling, cramps, or that pins and needles sensation at night, then listen very carefully because what I'm about to share may completely change the way you think about circulation. Most seniors believe that poor blood flow in the legs and feet is just part of aging, something you have to accept, something that only medications or surgeries can fix. But what if I told you that there is one simple, natural drink, just one cup, that many seniors overlook, that can begin supporting healthier blood flow in the legs and feet within as little as 24 hours? And no, it's not coffee, it's not milk, it's not bone broth, and it's not some expensive supplement you have to order online. In fact, chances are you've walked past it in the kitchen hundreds of times without realizing how powerful it really is for circulation, especially for aging arteries, stiff blood vessels, and tired lower limbs. Now let's slow down for a moment because circulation problems in the legs and feet are not just about discomfort. They are a warning sign. When blood flow to the lower body is reduced, tissues don't get enough oxygen, nerves don't get enough nourishment, and waste products build up faster than the body can clear them. That's when you start noticing cold feet even in warm weather, swelling around the ankles, slow healing cuts, discoloration of the skin, or that aching, burning feeling when you walk even short distances. Many seniors are told this is poor circulation, peripheral artery issues, or just old age. But the real issue underneath is often inflammation, thickened blood, stiff blood vessels, and weakened nitric oxide signaling, which is the body's natural way of opening blood vessels so blood can flow freely. Here's the truth that almost nobody explains clearly. Your blood vessels are not rigid pipes. They are living, dynamic tissues that respond to what you eat and drink every single day. The inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium, plays a huge role in determining how easily blood flows. When this lining is healthy, it releases nitric oxide, which tells your vessels to relax and widen. When it's damaged by years of poor diet, high sugar intake, processed foods, chronic stress, and inactivity, those vessels stiffen and narrow, especially in the legs and feet where blood has to work against gravity. This is why seniors often notice circulation problems there first. Now let's talk about the drink itself, because this is where things get interesting. The drink I'm referring to is a simple cup of unsweetened beetroot juice, properly prepared and consumed at the right time. Before you click away or think, I've heard of beets, but they can't be that powerful. Let me explain exactly why this works and why it's especially effective for seniors. Beetroot is one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates. When you drink beet juice, these nitrates are converted by beneficial bacteria in your mouth and gut into nitrites, and then into nitric oxide in your bloodstream. Nitric oxide is the key molecule that tells your blood vessels to open up, improve flexibility, and increase blood flow, particularly to areas that need it most, like the legs and feet. What makes this especially relevant for seniors is that nitric oxide production naturally declines with age. That means even if you eat reasonably well, your body may not produce enough nitric oxide on its own. This is one reason why older adults experience more circulation issues than younger people. Beet juice essentially gives your body the raw material it needs to restore that signaling pathway. Studies and real world observations consistently show improved blood flow, better oxygen delivery, and reduced stiffness in blood vessels after consuming beetroot juice, sometimes within hours and often noticeably within a day. But let's be very clear here because I don't want you to misunderstand. This is not a magic cure and it does not replace medical care. What it does is support your body's natural circulation mechanisms in a very direct and effective way. Many seniors who begin drinking one cup of beet juice notice that their feet feel warmer, walking feels easier, leg fatigue decreases, and nighttime cramps may reduce. These changes are not imaginary. They are the result of improved blood flow and oxygen delivery to tissues that have been undersupplied for years. Now, you might be wondering how exactly to use this drink for maximum benefit, because simply grabbing any bottle off the shelf and drinking it randomly is not the best approach. First, the beet juice should be unsweetened and preferably fresh or minimally processed. Many store-bought versions are loaded with added sugars or blended with fruit juices that spike blood sugar, which can actually harm circulation over time. If you can, use plain beetroot juice or make it at home by blending fresh beets with water and straining if desired. One cup, about 200 to 250 milliliters, is enough. More is not better, especially at the beginning. Timing also matters. Drinking beet juice earlier in the day or in the late afternoon tends to work best for circulation. Some seniors like to drink it about 1 to 2 hours before a walk, light exercise, or even household activity. This allows nitric oxide levels to rise when your muscles need blood flow the most. Drinking it very late at night may not be ideal for everyone, especially if it increases energy or causes frequent urination. There's another very important detail that most people miss, and this alone can determine whether beet juice works or not. Avoid using strong antibacterial mouthwashes right before or after drinking beet juice. Remember, the conversion of nitrates to nitrites begins in the mouth, thanks to beneficial bacteria. If you kill those bacteria with mouthwash, you reduce the effectiveness of the drink. This is one of those small details that makes a big difference. Now let's talk about why circulation in the legs and feet is such a stubborn problem for seniors, and why a drink like this can make such a noticeable difference so quickly. The heart pumps blood downward easily, but getting it back up from the legs requires flexible vessels, healthy valves in the veins, and active muscles. As we age, we move less, sit more, and often develop stiffness in the hips, knees, and ankles. Blood pools in the lower limbs. The vessels themselves may become less responsive. Beet juice helps by improving vessel dilation, but it works even better when combined with gentle movement, like walking, ankle rotations, or calf raises. When blood vessels are more open and muscles are moving, circulation improves dramatically. Another reason beet juice supports circulation is its antioxidant and anti inflammatory compounds. Chronic low grade inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of healthy blood flow. It damages the inner lining of blood vessels and promotes stiffness and narrowing. Beets contain betalains and other phytonutrients that help calm this inflammation. Over time, this can contribute to healthier vessel function, not just temporarily, but in a more lasting way when used consistently. Now, I want to address a concern that many seniors have because I hear this all the time. Some people worry about sugar content in beets. While beets do contain natural sugars, 1 cup of unsweetened beet juice, especially when consumed with a balanced diet, is generally well tolerated by most people. The key is moderation and context. If you are managing blood sugar issues, it's wise to start with half a cup, monitor how you feel, and pair it with fiber rich foods and protein throughout the day. Many seniors actually find that improved circulation helps with overall metabolic health when combined with better eating habits. Let's also talk about what beet juice does not do, because unrealistic expectations can lead to disappointment. It does not instantly reverse decades of arterial plaque. It does not replace medications prescribed by your doctor. It does not work if your diet is still dominated by processed foods, excessive sugar, and refined carbohydrates. Think of beet juice as a powerful support tool, not a standalone solution. It works best when you also reduce inflammatory foods, stay hydrated, move your body gently every day, and get adequate sleep. Hydration is another overlooked factor in circulation. Thick, dehydrated blood flows more slowly and puts more strain on the heart and vessels. Drinking enough water throughout the day enhances the effects of beet juice by keeping blood volume optimal and reducing viscosity. Many seniors mistake thirst for hunger or simply forget to drink enough fluids, which silently worsens circulation problems. There's also a psychological component that's worth mentioning. When seniors feel that their circulation is improving, they tend to move more, walk more, and feel more confident. This creates a positive feedback loop. Movement improves circulation, circulation improves movement, and overall quality of life improves. Something as simple as warmer feet or less leg pain can encourage more activity, which then amplifies the benefits. Now, let's briefly talk about who should be cautious. If you have kidney stones related to oxalates, severe kidney disease, or are on specific medications that affect nitrates or blood pressure, you should talk to your healthcare provider before making beet juice a daily habit. Beet juice can lower blood pressure slightly due to improved vessel dilation, which is usually a good thing, but it needs to be considered in the context of your overall health plan. It's also normal for urine or stool to appear pink or red after consuming beets. This can be alarming if you're not expecting it, but it's generally harmless and temporary. Knowing this ahead of time prevents unnecessary worry. What makes this drink especially appealing is its simplicity. No complicated recipes, no expensive equipment, no endless list of supplements. Just 1 cup consistently, combined with smart lifestyle choices. Over time, many seniors report not only better circulation, but improved endurance, less fatigue, and a greater sense of vitality. Let me say this clearly, because it matters. Aging does not automatically mean poor circulation. While changes occur with age, many of the problems we associate with aging are actually the result of accumulated lifestyle habits. Supporting your blood vessels with the right nutrients can make a real difference even later in life. The body has an incredible ability to respond positively when given what it needs. As we come to the end of this discussion, remember the key idea. One simple, unsweetened cup of beetroot juice can support nitric oxide production, improve blood vessel flexibility, and enhance blood flow to the legs and feet, often noticeably within 24 hours for many people. Combined with hydration, gentle movement, and an anti inflammatory diet, it can become a powerful part of your daily routine. If you take just one thing away from this video, let it be this: your circulation is not fixed, and it's not too late to support it. Small, consistent actions can lead to meaningful improvements in how your legs and feet feel every single day. Let's go deeper now, because understanding why this drink works so effectively for seniors requires us to talk about what is actually happening inside aging blood vessels and why the legs and feet are usually the first places where circulation breaks down. As we age, the arteries that supply blood to the lower body gradually lose elasticity. Think of a young, healthy artery like a soft, flexible garden hose that easily expands when water flows through it. Over time, due to inflammation, oxidative stress, excess sugar, smoking history, sedentary habits, and nutrient deficiencies, that hose becomes stiff and narrow. Blood can still pass through, but not efficiently, and certainly not in the amounts your muscles, nerves, and skin need to stay healthy. This is why seniors often feel heaviness in the legs, pain while walking, or cold feet even when the rest of the body feels warm. Now, here's where beetroot juice becomes uniquely powerful. When nitric oxide levels rise in the bloodstream, arteries don't just open slightly, they become more responsive again. This means they can expand when blood demand increases, such as during walking, standing, or even simple daily activities like cooking or climbing stairs. Improved responsiveness is crucial because circulation problems are not static. They fluctuate throughout the day. Many seniors feel worse in the morning or at night because blood flow dynamics change with posture, temperature, and activity level. Supporting nitric oxide helps smooth out these fluctuations. Another important point that is rarely explained is the role of microcirculation. Large arteries are only part of the story. The tiniest blood vessels, called capillaries, are responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients directly to cells. In the feet and toes, these capillaries are extremely small and sensitive. When circulation is compromised, these tiny vessels are often the first to suffer. This is why foot wounds heal slowly and why neuropathy symptoms such as tingling or numbness begin there. Beetroot juice improves not just large vessel flow, but also microcirculation, allowing oxygen to reach deep into tissues that have been deprived for years. This improvement in oxygen delivery is one of the reasons many seniors report feeling a difference within 24 hours. Muscles that were operating in a low oxygen state suddenly receive more fuel. Nerves that were irritated by poor circulation begin to calm down. Skin temperature may rise slightly, which you may notice as warmer feet or reduced color changes in the toes. These are subtle but meaningful signs that blood flow is improving. Now let's talk about consistency, because this is where many people either succeed or fail. Drinking beet juice once and expecting permanent results is unrealistic. Nitric oxide levels rise temporarily and then gradually decline. The goal is to create a consistent environment in the body where blood vessels are regularly supported. For most seniors, drinking 1 cup daily or every other day is sufficient. Some people choose to cycle it, using it for several weeks and then taking a short break. The key is to listen to your body and observe how your legs and feet respond. It's also important to address what can block the benefits of beet juice. One of the biggest obstacles is chronic high blood sugar. Excess glucose in the bloodstream damages the endothelial lining of blood vessels and interferes with nitric oxide signaling. This means that if your diet is high in refined carbohydrates, sugary snacks, sweetened drinks, and processed foods, you may not experience the full benefits. Supporting circulation requires reducing the constant assault on blood vessels. Even small changes like cutting back on sweets and white flour can significantly enhance the effect of this drink. Another overlooked factor is magnesium deficiency, which is extremely common in older adults. Magnesium helps blood vessels relax and supports proper muscle and nerve function. When magnesium levels are low, vessels tend to constrict more easily and circulation suffers. While beet juice supports nitric oxide, magnesium supports the relaxation response of the vessel walls. Foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains help, and in some cases, supplementation may be appropriate under medical guidance. When these factors work together, circulation improves more reliably. Let's also talk about posture and daily habits because you can drink the best circulation supporting drink in the world and still sabotage your progress by sitting for long periods. Prolonged sitting compresses blood vessels and reduces venous return from the legs. This leads to pooling of blood in the lower limbs, swelling, and discomfort. Even short movement breaks, such as standing up every 30 to 45 minutes, gently walking around the room, or doing ankle pumps while seated, can dramatically improve circulation. Beet juice enhances blood flow, but movement tells the blood where to go. Temperature plays a role as well. Cold environments cause blood vessels to constrict, particularly in the hands and feet. Seniors who are frequently cold may notice worse circulation symptoms in winter or in air-conditioned rooms. Keeping the legs and feet warm, wearing socks, and avoiding prolonged exposure to cold can help maintain vessel dilation. When combined with nitric oxide support, warmth allows blood to flow more freely to the extremities. Now let's address a very common and important concern. Leg pain while walking, often referred to as claudication. This pain occurs when muscles are not receiving enough oxygen during activity. Improved blood flow from nitric oxide support can help reduce this pain by increasing oxygen delivery and delaying muscle fatigue. Many seniors find that they can walk a little farther or feel less discomfort after several days or weeks of consistent beet juice consumption combined with gentle walking. This improvement may be gradual, but it's meaningful and can restore confidence in movement. Sleep quality is another piece of the puzzle. Poor circulation often worsens at night because the body's repair processes depend on adequate blood flow. Restless legs, cramps, or tingling sensations can disrupt sleep. By improving circulation and reducing inflammation, beet juice may indirectly support better nighttime comfort. However, this works best when combined with proper hydration, adequate mineral intake, and avoiding heavy meals late at night. It's also worth mentioning that stress has a direct and immediate effect on circulation. Stress hormones cause blood vessels to constrict, diverting blood away from the extremities. Chronic stress keeps the body in a constant state of constriction. Deep breathing, relaxation techniques, and even short periods of quiet reflection can enhance the effects of nitric oxide by signaling the nervous system to relax. Circulation is not just a physical process, it's deeply connected to the nervous system. One more important aspect is footwear. Tight shoes, restrictive socks, or poorly fitting footwear can impair circulation in the feet. Seniors should prioritize comfortable, well-fitting shoes that allow toes to move freely. Compression socks may be helpful for some individuals, especially those with venous insufficiency, but they should be used appropriately and under guidance if there are underlying conditions. Improved blood flow from within works best when external pressure is not restricting circulation. Let's also talk about expectations, because realistic expectations keep people motivated. Some seniors feel changes within a day, others within a week, and for some it may take longer. Improvements may come in the form of warmer feet, reduced swelling, less pain, improved walking endurance, or simply feeling more comfortable at rest. These are all valid signs of progress. The goal is not perfection, but improvement. Finally, remember that circulation is a system-wide process. Supporting the legs and feet also benefits the heart, brain, and overall vitality. When blood flows better, everything works better. Energy improves, mental clarity often increases, and the body feels more resilient. This is why a simple habit like drinking 1 cup of beetroot juice can have effects that go far beyond just the lower limbs. So as you continue listening, keep this in mind. You're not trying to force your body to do something unnatural. You are simply giving it the support it needs to restore a function that was always meant to work well. With consistency, patience, and a few smart lifestyle adjustments, better circulation in the legs and feet is absolutely achievable, even later in life.